Peace and namaste, everybody. Thanks for joining me here on this Monday morning for meditation. Glad you're here. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Hey, this is a quote from Julian of Norwich. Between God and the soul, there is no between. Oh, another paradox. Between God and the soul, there is no between. How can there be a between and there is no between? So Julian of Norwich was a 14th century mystic who wrote about her visions about the ineffable. She emphasized the inseparable nature between the beloved and her soul. It's an inseparable thing. In her experience, there was and is for us no in between, no between. There's no intermediary between the oneness and our soul. There's no intermediary. You don't need an intermediary because there is no intermediary. It's one and the same. Julian's direct connection to the source gave her spiritual knowledge, understanding, wisdom, and peace. This type of inner relationship of deep intimacy is true and available for all of us. It makes no rational sense. It makes no theological sense. You can't reason your way into this. There's lots of reasons why it should not be true, but it is experiential. It is attainable. Who else? Who else in the history of mysticism had a similar idea? Meister Eckhart, a 13th century German mystic. He wrote extensively about the direct connection between the ground of being, another name for the divine, the ground of being, and the soul, your consciousness. And his experience was that the soul can be able to experience the ground of all being, the divine wisdom, directly. The eye wherein I see God, God sees me. It's the same eye without any intermediary. Who else? The 16th century mystic Spanish, Teresa of Avila, she also wrote about the direct connection between divine source and her own soul, and that God can be experienced directly without intermediary. And there's others, okay? John of the Cross, Hildegard of Bingen, Jacob Boehme. They all had similar experiences and understandings. The state of union, the state of oneness, of singleness, as Jesus called it in the Gospel of Thomas, that they may be one like you and I are one, as he said in the Gospel of John. This is true for all of us. There is no intermediary needed. There is a between, and that's the between. The thing that's between us and the divine is our own false self, our attachment to our false self. When that's dissipated, the betweenness vanishes. And the reality that there is no intermediary between the oneness of the divine and our soul becomes experiential. If you want this, pursue it. Pursue it. And you can learn about this with knowledge, as I'm teaching you some knowledge this morning that you may already know about the history of mysticism in the West. But it's the experience of it that matters. It matters because it changes my reaction to the world. It doesn't eliminate the pain. It gives us the courage, the strength, the peace to face all things with this inner place. I'm constantly working on this, constantly working on trying to eliminate the between, because there is no between. And when the divine sits inside oneself more and more and more, the easier it is to face the trials and tribulations of life. Because the connection goes all the way to the top, an intimacy with the divine. It's experiential and it's attainable. So take a look over here. That's my little talk for this morning. Good morning to whoever I didn't say good morning to. Basilia, Judith, Sarah. Happy New Rez to you too, Judith. Hello, Freetness from Northeast Ohio. All right, my friends. We have extra time today. We can meditate for longer than 20 minutes. I've set the clock already for 8:30. I'm going to grab my mask here. We'll do 3 ohms, vibrating our chest and our throat and our brow, driving the vibrating our skull, driving the right up. And then I'm going to be doing some regular breathing. Someone suggested to me the other day that it might be easier for quite a number of us if we just focus on the prayer chants and the holding of the breath with a focus and just practice that from the brow down to the root or the sacral and back up over the subtle spine, back and forth and back and forth. If you have other techniques you want to add that we've been talking about on Tuesdays at our Kriya group, please do. Okay? So, but if you're new here, it's breath, mental focus with a mantra or a chant, riding it up and down your spine or if you're just brand new, just breathe into your nose and the pit of your belly. Using diaphragmic breathing. And when your mind wanders, simply come back to your prayer chant, your mantra, and link it to your breath and stay focused on your breath. For other folks, listen to your breath, feel your breath, pay attention to it, run through different chakras. All right. Thanks for being here this morning. Thanks for liking and sharing all this stuff and subscribing, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Off go the glasses, on goes the mask to minimize the light. Kind of cutting down on my sensory perceptions here. Settling in. Feet on my floor. Relaxing my muscles. To begin. Belly breathing. Peace and love, everyone. See you soon. Thanks for being here. Oh, Eid. Shabbat Mubarak. Persian Happy New Year. March 31st. Peace and love, everyone.